All right, welcome. Thursday evening, 7 p.m. It must be time for the Liberty Aid Academy. John McCaig show. How we doing tonight, John?
And the Tim Judge Show. All
Oh,
right.
I'm here to support.
Doing good. Doing good, Tim. How are you? We're in summertime here, big time. Florida finally rained.
We we
Uh,
hit summertime mode here. 2 days in a row, 80 degrees. I went and got the hair cut off.
wow.
Running tight.
Nice. Nice. That's the way it is for summer. Yeah, my hair's feeling long to me too. It's like, it's warm out there.
Yes.
Not 80. It's very warm and very humid. But the water temperature is 86 right now in the ocean, for example. Very, very beautiful. Yeah, things are good. It's nice here. Much quieter when
I,
this
it
when
it
this
helped that I started we started the show late. I forgot to send you the link, so you probably don't even know the title of the show. If anybody doesn't know, I make up the titles and the show thumbnail to go on YouTube. But if you could see it up there, the title of this show is Helicopter Money. I don't know
yeah.
if you noticed that one, but in the news recently, the reason why, just to where I came up with that, was that the bond market is in an iffy situation, and things might change, and they might have to start printing money again. And you have mentioned that many times, so I figured we would, you know, have that as a theme. Of course, all our friends are showing up. Alex is here already. Alex, sending hearts.
I just made it.
Pauletta says hello.
Thanks for the
And
support.
our friend from the north, Jamie
Jamie.
Bonk, in the house.
All right.
Frank's
Excellent.
Frank's here. Garage. Alex Davis Paul is saying hello to everybody else.
Gina.
Yes.
All right.
Wonderful. And Alan Poe in the house.
Alan, all right. Thanks for the
Happy
prayer.
day. Warm in Texas as well. Frank agrees. And more hearts from Alex. Excellent. And then here we go. Disciple of the Messiah 1, peace and grace, family. All right.
How
Welcome.
sweet. How very sweet. Thank you all. It's great to have you all here. Anything is on your mind, really, this is kind of like, hey, they're still doing it and everything's fine. That's the show, right? Thursdays is like,
Yes.
he's still okay. Maybe I will be a student. That's the show. I mean, that's kind of not like a name, but that's like our show every week. And helicopter money is a good point. It's like, wait, they got the proof of the helicopter money. Is that wait? So it's always down to, is that guy still there? He's still there. There's still the what? So yeah, I noticed that in the news, Tim, too, this week. I saw
Yeah.
something about it. It was like there were also, it's kind of a two-part thing that they're bringing up. First of all, you watch in other countries cut their rate, like their central
Mhm.
bankers are like, we're further from the center of the kingdom. Our slavery out here, we need to cut rates already. So it's like creeping into the center of the kingdom here, into dollar kingdom, into the stronghold, and you know, cut the rates, as everybody's home value is dropping. From infinity, it should drop from an
Yeah.
infinity. Now you think it should? It's an infinity. Should it come down a little bit? Probably should come down a little bit. But of course, whenever it comes down, and it is, eventually we hit free fall mode. It's like, man, the roller coaster is great on the real side. Wait a second. Oh, um, so yeah, helicopter money is important. What do you do with it even when you get it? You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
people are like, go to get me a house. Boom. And except for they're like, I'm gonna get me a part of a house and get a
Yeah.
mortgage and lose the whole thing. It's like, yeah, no, that's not the one. You shouldn't have done that. And for a long time, even during helicopter money, during the previous one, I was saying, buy gold, buy gold, certain kind, right? U.S. minted gold buffaloes. You buy them. 99.9 blah, percent gold. And we're in the U.S. No one's making fake ones here, or else they're going to jail. So they're gold. This is the only thing for sure is going to be gold here in the old USA or up there, your Maple Leafs. We got Canada in the house. That's what I would do because people are like, okay, well, and if you look at real estate's like on the come down now. It went up, but gold went up more. It is not on the come down. Because we're having, like you say, issues with currency and so on like that. You know what I'm saying?
Take a look at this. You mentioned buy the gold, and I took a snapshot of this. I'm walking out of Costco, and they are selling 10-ounce uh, silver coins for $359. And the guy's like, if you buy three, there's no tax. And I was like, I don't pay taxes anyway. But it's just funny that now Costco is selling silver coins right there at the gate, right at the
Yeah.
manager stand.
Yeah, the
So
mindset is like, "Oh, I'm losing value of my house." It's like, well, go to the shoppers. They're at Costco. You
yeah,
know, get them to buy silver. Go well, get them to buy silver anyway. It's like gold, so we have that at
yeah. I
Costco.
just thought it was hilarious that they're going from discount milk and eggs to, hey, get your silver here. They want a piece of every bit of action. But yeah, trying to tell you what's of value, getting discount silver at the Costco.
And if they're selling it at the Costco now, maybe now's not the right time to buy gold or silver. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Right.
at screaming all-time highs. You know what I'm saying? Like just absolutely so far above anything, it's ridiculous. Uh, so maybe not the time to buy, and not that type of silver, as I was saying. Uh, Yay,
Yeah.
we got somebody jumping in here. Yay.
Raina's got a question. I am ordering a sign for my gate. Can you please confirm if there's a difference? In one video, I saw under sole authority, and another video was under sole authority. So there's
Yeah, in this case, they have the same meaning. So I just either way, it's fine. But I would put it up in the classroom, Reina. Since you're a student, I would do that in there. Other people have done what you're talking about, and they maybe already have a sign for you. I'd be like, hey, here's one. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to help. Uh, and also putting up examples means getting current feedback from people who are doing it currently. You know what I'm saying? Like you're watching a video that I did. Also, other people doing what you're talking about. So, the classroom is such a great tool. And what you're bringing up isn't. Everyone has a different topic, a different interest, and all that kind of thing. So, you put it in there. We got a little heading for you to put it in there, and then people are doing it now. They can tell you straight up, hey, this is happening. This is why I did this. This is what, and so on. Not just for me. I'll give you my feedback too. But I'm just going to say on this topic, I know other people are doing it. And it's not easy to connect with other people unless you connect in there. So just one recommendation for you there, Rita, too. Uh, I don't think it's critical either way. But I would do SOLE because that matches your trust document. You see, so you're pulling from that. So that's why I would use SOLE because it matches what you signed in a trust. Okay. All right. Good question. Good to have you, Rita.
excellent. Got
And,
another one?
wait a second.
Go
God
ahead.
bless your success. Sorry. Say a prayer for you. All right.
Absolutely. Adil here went to the bank on Tuesday to open my trust, just waiting for the bank to call back if they got it approved. Yeah, they got a team of lawyers looking it over. I was nervous. They were asking so many questions. They were like, why are you opening a trust? You're so young. And the official was 33-year-olds and put the cherry on top of everything. Yeah,
Well,
well, good luck. I hope that comes back to you.
if you're going to Disney World and you haven't been before, you know what I'm saying, to the new ride, and they're going to have new outfits, and they're going to give you the whole ride, the whole spiel. the whole deal. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be, a roller coaster. So you're supposed to be a little bit like, whoa, this is gonna be scary. This is gonna be, a little bit on edge and everything like that. So they were just doing their job, which is nice. And I guess I've said it about a billion times. Of course, they read your mind, so they're good at their job because they know what you're thinking exactly at that second and could totally mess with you. Is why I say make a list of banks. You know what I'm saying? This is just hubbub. You're just on next on the list, okay? Blah, blah, blah. And you're just in and out. It's just like one more roller coaster, whatever. How many roller coasters you got? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you're playing it on the down low, even though they want in to your thoughts and stuff like that. So actually, I'm just I mean, for future benefit, since you sign a trust, I sign it with God. Okay, I sign with Jesus Christ. What you actually do, there's a spiritual technology. You don't think anything. You just say God's name over and over, and they actually can't read your mind. So that makes for less of a thrilling ride. If you felt like was like, man, that roller, I don't want to ride that one again. I'm just saying, if you need him to come down a little bit on the stuff they do, you could do that. They can't read your mind. They can't go at you as hard or whatever. It's more like yes or no, or you know what I mean. If you prefer that type of banker interaction, that'll get it easier. Just FYI. Speaking from super much experience.
When you mentioned Disney and Ride the Ride, I thought you were going to be like, well, you need to be this tall to open a trust.
Yeah,
The,
that's what they do. They do all of that stuff. It's like, oh man, okay, this tall, and hey, they got jokes, they got stuff, they got questions. Where are you coming from, eh?
yeah.
Watch out for the tiger. You're like, what tiger?
Um,
Oh.
REB, I think that's an abbreviation. Management, John, on the affidavit to Florida Secretary of State. If my registered agent is in Florida, I would have my registered agent would have to be present with me to get that document notarized.
Now, I don't see any notarization on there. That's not a notarized document, is it? Is that a notarized document?
Not for mine. I made it up and sent it into the Secretary of State. It was
Yeah.
not well, I'm Connecticut, so I don't know
Wait,
about
wait a
Florida.
second. Okay, so actually, let me just. That's a good question. And this is again why what I'm hey. Uh, see, I recommend you do this in the classroom because what
Yeah.
I'm supposed to remember every line of every single application, every state for everything. I can, come on, I don't know.
You're
So
supposed to be all knowing.
I know, but yeah, I can do that. I can do that. You want me to do that? But the thing, yeah. Oh, that's the right answer. Yeah, but C is to help others. You see what I'm saying? So if you got a question, somebody else got a question, it's still good to do it in the classroom because our job is to not just help ourselves but help others. So, uh, and you might have another follow up question in the way that I answer it. Like, what do you mean? Oh, which line? What do you? I don't know. Why don't I notarize it? All things that can come up after your question. So I want to have, okay, conclusion. Hey, I got it registered. No problem. I'm like, yeah, all right, great. Because I want to be able to answer every question, and that's just a way I can do it, especially for an application type situation. Just over this, it's such a great tool. It's if you have a question, how do I get in there? You just go in there, you sign up with the Heartbeat app. It's our own, this isn't a public forum. So if you have any question, contact at liberty8academy.org. Hey, I'm a student. How do I get into the Heartbeat? How do I get into the classroom? If you don't know how to do it, just email us. But it's in your courses, and you just do a separate login and you go in there. Because I want to answer your question. I love answering your question, but I also want to answer it exactly correctly because I'm an accountant. I'm like, what if I answer wrong? I'm like, I don't want the karma. Uh, I might be able to pull it up here though. I was looking at my bookmarks. And I just don't. Oh, you know what? Yeah, haha. It's in my Google all stuff. I'm gonna look it up right here. That's so funny.
Wait,
Yeah,
you're looking up
see,
in the
there is no
classroom.
notarize. There's no notarize it. There's no line for notarize or nothing. There's a signature
Not
line.
in Florida, not in
There's a
Connecticut either.
signature line. I just looked at the form now. There's no notarize it. So
There you go.
okay, all right. And like I say, any follow up questions? Hey, I'm in there. Any day you get me. You gotta wait till Thursday 7 p.m. Uh, Pamela, what
Pamela in the house. Very nice.
that lady?
Uh,
Thank you for the support. God
8028,
bless you.
continued success.
Thank
Excellent.
you.
Jason says hello, everybody. A little bit late, but he's here.
8G28 time A64. I love it. That's funny. Sorry.
Adil, what bank did you use? All right. Talking amongst ourselves.
Was that a question? What bank?
Well, he wants to know what bank that Adil, our previous, he's waiting for the bank to give him an answer.
I'm
So
with you. My
wants to
bad.
know
My
which
bad.
one.
I'm honed in now. Thank you, Tim.
You got
All
it.
knowing over there. See, I'm like, wait, what?
8028 says the trust is the best decision to change life permanently, protect yourself, and learn the secrets of the elite.
It
There
is
it is.
great to have the knowledge and them not have lording over us with the knowledge anymore. I love it. Well said. It. Thank you. We're doing our best every day.
Adil went to Chase. I went to a couple Chase banks and never got the green light. So good luck to you. He's in California. I hope that works out.
They
Um,
let's just talk about this for a second. Chase is the biggest bank in America,
yeah.
so they have great credit cards, even though they locked me out. Uh, they're a good bank. I do bank with them. Uh, they do change their policies from time to time and location to location. We've talked about having expert enough, help in a particular branch, but also it could just be not the right time for your area. They could have a policy for an area because of management, because of X, Y, or Z. So people that have not had success at Chase or any other bank for a particular reason, these are rare things actually, where you don't have success. Go back again after you've got your bank cash, everything's cool and stuff. Sometime later, next year or whatever, Tim, you could try again.
Yeah.
Uh, they just change, and just be aware of that. Also, their knowledge can increase. Oh, okay, that's not a problem. Here you go.
And he's saying he also went with the first name, last name trust, which is the
Good
first
job.
one you're supposed to do. I opened or went to there with my ministry trust first. So maybe that made a difference.
I think
No,
it
but
would,
yeah,
because you just want to play the lowest rung on the trust totem pole.
right.
Look, my trust name matches my ID. I'm high. And they're like, yeah, get in here, whatever. You're nobody. Come here. Get on over here. And so that's another reason, actually. Because the way to handle open it up like the ministry name account is like you already got one open. You're like, oh hey, I wanted to open one for my church too. Now that I know, now that I'm making with you. So that's the way I like to have this
Yep.
speak happen to get that second one open. So I would try again, man.
I will. I will. Alan Poe in the house. If your state will not register the trust, do you recommend the LLC route or trying to register the trust in another state?
This is such a great question, man. You this guy.
I
I'm
agree.
just
It's a
gonna
great
say,
question.
he asked that question for everyone. He's such a sweet guy. This guy's so sweet. Uh, so what's the point of registering a trust? You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, to get credit for it. Yeah, basically that's it. Okay. So what's the goal of getting credit for a trust? And this is why I'm gonna talk about this, because I had this conversation with Alan face to face, and he understood the answer when I gave it to him, so he wants me to share it with you. He's so sweet. Uh, so if it's hard to register your state, then it's like, well, and you're not trying to, like, raise your credit and bust your credit, and take gold coins and stuff like that. If you're trying, because here's the thing, I let me just answer the question first, and then we'll do it. I would just use your personal credit cards, and I wouldn't register a trust in another state just to get uh credit cards. I really wouldn't bother with it. I wouldn't, unless you're gonna bust a credit, and then because your state doesn't register a trust, I would get an LLC. It's already registered. You know what I'm saying? And if the reason is, oh, I'm going to build credit, I'm going to bust a credit, I'm going to buy gold coins, you're going to get just as much credit with an LLC. And you can get it right away with an address. It's registered. Boom, here we go. That day, let's start the radio. And so within a year, you could be like, oh, bang, my credit's good. Let's go, And you can do it faster that way. So in a state where you can't register, point being, it's like, well, if you're not taking advantage of some of the business credit card things, which they're not such a big deal, like a few more points for advertising, online advertising, maybe. But basically, your person can have a good, and should, unless you messed it up on purpose, should have a good credit rating. Your person should have a good credit rating. And so you could just use that good credit rating and stuff. You know how it works with the person. You got to pay off the credit and stuff like that. So there's no getting out and hiding stuff over there on the business side, But, there's nothing wrong with going through the troubles of, hey, well, wait a second. I did register in another state and I got my credit quota. So that's fine. That's fine. If you did that, that's okay to do that. Uh, there's a spiritual side to it. Okay, I really give everything to God. Well, credit isn't really anything. You know what I'm saying? It's the opposite of anything. So it's the opposite of something. So it really doesn't matter so much. Remember, your money's all in a trust. A trust could pay out to anything. So a trust could be paying off a personal credit card, no problem whatsoever. No tax implications, nothing like that. Like that's like also what do they call it? Like money laundering step 101. How do you launder money? Like you get a mortgage, a debt, credit card, mortgage, something, and pay it with cash. Say here you go. So it's just a way to launder money. In other words, it's not an asset; it's a debt. So it's okay to have debt, and the person it's okay to pay it from your trust. So just in order for convenience of life's sake, if your state doesn't register trust, you can go that way. I'll just use my personal credit cards and I use a trust because, like I said, there's no revenue, there's no assets, something like that on credit. It's the opposite. So, depending on your situation, those are the main things to think about in my mind. So now you have the knowledge, you can make a clear decision on what you want to do for what reasons and so on. So, how much easier is it in a way? Okay, everything just has my home address on it, and that's just so easy to live life that way, and that's why, you know, why I was like, well, yeah, you could build credit and bust a credit for a trust in another state, but if you got to register and do all these extra steps, why do it? Just get an LLC where you are. You see, and just keep your life convenient as much as possible. That's what this trust is for. That's what we're trying to do. Make life easier, take their money, not give them our money, not give them our time, not give them our, you know, extra hurdles to go through. I'm an accountant, so I'm trying to make what's the easiest loophole for you to go through? What's the easiest way for you to live your life financially? So those are the parts of it. That's a good question. I remember it because he asked it to me when we were face to face recently. And it's such a good question, Alan. That was really nice of you to ask that again for everyone. Thank you for that, man. Thank you very much.
Deal back since I was going to use it for my own use and not putting any assets or real estate property in, which it was recommended to do more in a Christian name trust.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, for your bank account. Yeah, that's right. You got it right. Yeah. You're cool, man. Yeah. You nailed
Um,
it. You nailed it. You nailed it. I wasn't talking about you. I was just talking about Al's question was related to what I was saying about all that stuff. You're fine. What was that? I
Here
missed
we
that.
go. It was a follow thing. Q saying, Jack, you mentioned you have a Charles Schwab. Do you have any credit with them? And the trust account application looks very different.
Oh no, dude. That's what did I why? Uh no, Schwab doesn't give credit. That's why I don't have it. They don't have it. I do have it in their name, actually.
Mhm.
Uh in other words, Amex has a Schwab account, credit card account, and it does X percent, like a credit card does, and it drops it into your Schwab account automatically at the end of the month. And I have that card. It's a personal card. It's not a business card, so it's not like uh and so they don't have that. Amex does, and I thought it was going to be a really useful card, but is it? I mainly use credit cards for online advertising and stuff, and not many other things actually. So uh, I tend to not use that myself, but it's like the card I use least, maybe. Uh, but it exists. It's a card. And you asked about Schwab, is so that's the answer. Uh, so yeah, it's different. You got to apply through Amex if you want it.
All right. Crypto Ken in the house. Hi, John and Tim. Keep up the great work. I got my trust bank account, and my person is no longer getting any income. Working
That's
on getting property taxes eliminated in Cali, Citizen Bank, and Trust Easy. Nice. Well done, Ken.
Hey, have a parade in your town, man. What are you talking about? Go out and celebrate with the lady. What? Way to go! What a great list. It's like I did this and I'm doing more. Huh? I love it. California's lucky to have you. Well, wait, are they? I love it. I love it. Turn in this. Take off the thumb screws and I'll put them on you. Way to go.
Jamie in the house. My personal credit would not give the higher limits like the business credit does. I could not register in the provinces of Alberta or what is that, British Columbia? So I registered the Inc. route.
Yes, they Jamie is such makes me feel like, man, she's a realtor. It's like she would have been the greatest accountant to ever live, probably. But she's like, yeah, no, that's too much work. But oh my god, all the paperwork she's done. It's incredible how determined is just seems like such a undervalued word in this case. Uh, just her story. Wow. She could go on a long time. But they have a thing where you have to do this, paperwork, and then it's ink, and then you register, and then she came on the other evening with their like, these are my credit cards, 30,000 credit limit, 20,000. She did all that, and those are business credit cards, and that was her proof. And I have the same reaction out there too. That is another benefit that I forgot to mention of if you were to, you register trust as someone instead of using just personal credit cards, you could get really crazy high credit limits. You really can on business because it's not just based on one individual. It's based on the credit profile information you give them, and you build that credit profile, and then it's like, oh, we can, this is off your business, so think of it like, oh, that's 10 people or 12 people or something. So the limits are so much higher. So yeah, I did not go into that, Jamie. Thanks for helping out with you. Like, she's like, that would I'd be giving up on my credit limit. What? So no, that's a benefit of getting like trust credit or whatever. In some states where you're like, I don't know if I want to register in another state or whatever, you could get an LLC started and get credit cards with it to get them higher credit limits like that. Uh, and then, I mean, in the end, you're getting credit, right? You're getting this credit. You don't know what kind of black swan event they're going to throw at us. You know they're going to do it, but you don't know when they're going to. Hey, we already did COVID. You want to do COVID too? No, what? We never do that in the movies. What? We never do twos. Yeah. Wait, I think you do actually. So and this is on helicopter money. You know what I'm saying? So point being, you're always trying to get prepared if they're gonna, hey, destroy everything. You want to get your credit together. So, well, my credit got destroyed on destruction day. Yeah, perfect. Okay, that's my excuse. Same with everybody. So you're like, okay, ready, take all the gold coins. So for whatever reason, you're trying to build as much credit, really, mainly. That's the main reason, is sort of a safety net. Thank you, bankers. Uh, and if you could get way higher credit limits, way better safety net. Jamie's point being, which is a good point. So yeah, but also if you're not going that route and you're not going to bust up and you're all good, and Alan was more asking from that standpoint. I was like, well, you can just keep it easy. Plus, I don't have a baby to take care of. I don't need every second of my day. And I'm always trying to get more credit and show people. So it's like my job to get all the credit. Whereas it doesn't have to be your job. It could just be, I have personal credit cards. I got really high limit. So, but there are things you miss out on, as Jamie is mentioning. So, think about that. Okay, now you know.
Mrs. C. Lee says, Jamie, that's a huge reason for one to go after the business credit. Thank you for clearing that up. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it totally is. It totally is. Lady is on it always.
Andy in the house says, Jack and Tim, I live in Florida. I want to relocate back to upstate New York. Reverse snowbird there. How would that affect my trust accounts?
I change of address at the post office. You fill out that form, and that's it. Pretty much nothing else, basically. Let the bank know where you're moved to, and everybody else. That's uh, really all you have to do. Honestly, you don't have to do anything else. You really don't. You can do some other things, but I don't see a reason to. I've never had any reason. Like, for example, I started first trust in Arizona, and then I'm in Florida now. I ended up registering it first time in Florida, and I just used it from there, and I never had any issues. Like, you know, you can do a change of address to um, the IRS, but what's the point? You're never interacting with them. You see what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make any sense. So, they don't take back any EIN. They don't care. So, things you might be thinking about or whatever. Nah, change of address at the post office. Piece of cake. Okay.
There you go. Um,
Florida.
Eastside says, can you move your personal debt to your trust?
Generally, no, but not directly, but also you sort of like, that's where if you have any debt, you want it over there. If you had like talking like stuff that shows up on a credit report. Let's just talk about this overview for a second, then I'll get into your question, the details. Okay. Good question. Good question. Uh, if you carry debt over your business credit report and you're paying on it, you to have a good business credit profile, they report how quickly you pay your debt. So if you have a debt, hey, great. If it's high, did you pay on the debt quickly? Great. You get a great check mark over there on the business credit report. That's the way it works. That's different. And so I use credit. They're like, great, and the other creditors are like, hey, they use credit and they're paying on it. Want some more credit?
Right.
That's the way business credit works. Personal credit's the opposite, is it? Oh, I use my credit. They're like, cramp, down goes your personal credits, or wham. So it's the opposite. You see what I'm saying? So generally, ASA is probably asking, oh, well, how do I move it over there if it's not a problem over there? So generally, uh, think about it this way. We're talking about credit card debt, okay? So you're like, okay, let's just say I got 20,000 credit card debt over there on personal credit cards. I can't go get credit too much over somewhere else. Well, you need to start building a credit profile on the business, like on a trust. So you need to start it from the bottom up and do all the steps. I really recommend the YouTube membership to do it after you register. So then you go over there and build it up, all the lower stuff, build a credit profile, net 30s, all the things, yeah. And then you would get credit over there, which, as Jamie was saying, much higher credit limits, and lower annual fees too. So uh, generally. And so what you begin doing, if you do that, then you have credit over there on your trust or LLC, like we talked about, but on your trust, right? And so, okay, uh, you know, the rent, the mortgage, blah, right? Some bill needs to get paid. You use that trust card, yeah. And so, oh, hey, you start using all the trust credit. It's okay if it goes up. They don't care over there as long as you pay it on it. They're like, hey, you use this much credit. You want some more? So, and you start building that up. So you begin to use that and let the debt, in other words, the balance, you don't kind of pay it all off every month. You start paying off the personal credit, yeah. And so that starts going down. And your balance. Oh, I can't pay it off. Okay, so the balances start rising over there on the trust credit cards. So start going down over time on the personal way. You see what I'm saying? You paid off the personal with what you can, and the trust stuff is rising. You see, that's a way to do it over time to move it. Now they say you can. They don't really let you transfer credit from entity to entity, from your person to LLC. They don't do that on credit cards. They don't. Uh, like it was personal, yeah, they do that, but that doesn't help. But the method I described, you could do over time, not that much time. Yeah, a few months, paying bills and rent and all the stuff. It goes on a credit card. You start paying the other thing off. Personal goes down like that. So I'd say do it over time like that. Okay. And the more credit you build over the trust, the more you can use that credit to cancel your personal credit, get your personal credit all squeaky clean and look at 800 and all that stuff, and leave all your troubles over there or your business credit until you can sort it out. Okay. So good question. Good question. Thank you.
8028, Jack, you think they will be tried to get more funding for the helicopter money?
Uh, they're building more helicopters, aren't they? China. Helicopters. We need ships. We need helicopters. We need jets. We need we need helicopters, man. We gotta hand out some helicopter money. We need helicopter. China. What? China. How many are half the YouTube channels now? This is not the government of America in any way, shape, or form. We don't work in there. We don't even say this before any of our videos. Anyway, China's terrible because it's like that's half of YouTube right now. I'm not on any other social media, but it's like, uh, okay, you guys are going for it, huh?
Yeah.
Where is she? You know what I mean? It feels like I'm playing Clue. Where is she? Did she die in a candlestick? And was it Colonel Mustard? I don't. What's going on here? You know what I'm saying? It's just so dumb. But anyway, they're doing it. They're gonna. Yeah, it's the next event in the pro wrestling, and we got who Trump. Oh, it's the main event. What? He's got the chair and the hair, and you're gonna. Oh my god! They're gonna they're gonna do something. You see what I'm saying? They what they there's no vote counting, but it's like, well, we the devil picked you. It's you, Trump. Get out there and dance, or else. Yes, pro wrestling time. Let's get the show on the road. Let's go. Uh, so it's like, is he gonna go down without a black flag event? That just doesn't feel pro wrestling.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel pro wrestling correct to me. Does it feel correct to you? To any script in pro wrestling? Oh yeah, nothing happened. No, something's going to happen. Like oh my God, that's like that's that old guy from China that he used to fight. You know what I mean? Like, oh. It's funny. The Whore of Babylon. She. Anyway, a little decode for you on the side.
A-Side's back. Thank you for the reply. I understand. What if I liquidated the business credit card with the help of a friend and then use that cash to pay off personal debt? Or is that not recommended?
Now, because your business credit has to be personally guaranteed too. They're not separate like that. You're going to destroy personal and business credit. So that's why I say, get the most credit, and if you're going to wreck it, get as much money as you possibly can. Get every penny. Get a couple $100,000. You really put in the work and get a turn leprechaun. What? It's like, you were born a leprechaun. It's like, yeah, but I identify as a leprechaun now. Look at my gold. What? Oh, I doubled up on the leprechaun joke. I added another one. We're scrubbing that stuff from the whole government. What? Whoa! So you make jokes about it now on YouTube? Great. Okay, thanks. Ah, a
Gonna have to
good
bring that
question,
one back
Asa.
on St.
Thank you,
Patrick's Day.
thank you for that, Asa. I appreciate it.
Q must have missed it before, but Jack, what do you feel people should be investing in right now?
Cash money. I'll be investing in cash right now and be fine with it. As you watch it, everybody's real estate prices plummet. And you're sitting, they're trying to get cash, aren't they? And you have it. And same with cars and everything. It's like when people are selling everything, cash is what you want to have, right? Like, you're going to sell your boat for what? It's not my boat, it's my husband's boat. That's why I'm selling it so cheap. Do you have any cash? It's like, well, yeah, I got $1,000 for that boat. Here you go. I'm just saying, like, when people get into problems, and obviously they turn into thumb screws right now, you want to move to cash. And so, especially at a time where it's like, oh, the rates are high, you can put it into something really liquid and get 4% or 5%. I can do that. That's what Buffett did. Call me wrong, whatever. But I'm just
Yep.
saying, everyone moved to cash or gold, and everyone just like, we're moving out of here. We're going into gold or cash. Okay, well, gold is up to. How could that get any higher? If it can, I'm not gonna try and predict that for you. I did that a couple of years ago. I was like, going to go through the roof. But money is going to get tighter, so I think all assets are going to get cheaper, gold included. So I wouldn't recommend that. That's why I'm saying cash is good right now. Would it, live your life and get your expenses lower now. Everybody else's expenses are high. So if you reduce your expenses, what you're giving to the government is less, and the government's giving you more. Keep that mindset and keep with the cash. You could, make good decisions at that point when everyone else is having problems and they want to sell. They could be like, okay, we wanted to buy a house and it's at 50% off. It's like, okay, then good to be in cash and good credit, you see, or destroy your credit completely and move to cash at a time when it's good to be in cash, you see, is now.
What was that? Oh, this one, 8028. Invest in your trust and get that set up ASAP. Exactly right.
That is the first step. You can't really do anything I'm talking about without doing that. That is totally true.
Learn to hack and play Monopoly money with their money and play the game.
Yeah, that's it.
Exactly
That's
right.
it. They got us. They got us like, it's like, yeah, enough of that.
Mrs. C. Lee, if I create a Christian ministry trust solely for holding a piece of real estate, it seems one should create a different trust for a business trust besides the original first name, last name trust. Yes?
No. The answer is no. First name and last name trust should do any kind of business operations. Why? You have ID for it. You see, that's it. You're back at anything. So yeah, no. Like you say, you got that race, some type of Christian trust. Go through the course. But yeah, so the real estate, you got that all right. Good. But no, for any business stuff, first and last name trust. Like Tim, or you what I was going to say is you use first and last name trust. Really, it's so easy to open the bank account, easy to get a payment gateway. Oh, I want to use Stripe as a business. Okay, they're going to be like, show us your ID, and it's going to match the name and trust. They're like, okay, whatever. Here, same with any bank. Oh, okay, ID. Okay, yeah, here you go. Here's your debit card. See you. Bye. You know, everything is so easy for everything. And sometimes it takes me a really long time to tell business people this. For some reason, it sometimes takes me like 20 times. But no, this is supposed to be easy. You see, you could do multiple business operations out of the same first and last name account. What different, like I have uh, Jesus Christ Trust and Liberty Aid Academy, they both go into Jesus Christ Trust. So they could go into both John McCaig Trust. I've done it both ways. It doesn't really matter. But actually, damn it. Yeah, no, I use first and last name trust. I'm sorry. My bad. My bad. Uh, and so, they both go into that, whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter either way. But the point being, first and last name trust, you want it to just be easy to open anything. You got ID? Yeah, here you go. They're like, okay. You see, that's all you want. That's all you want in any application. I need a payment gateway. I need a bank account, whatever. They're just like, show me the papers of your ID. There, okay. And then they go, okay, here you go. That's all you want from them. You see,
Right.
and so that's why I recommend that. All right, good question. All right, glad we cleared that up.
And she said, yes, sweet. All right. It's 47, but the questions have come to a little bit of a lull. So, do you want to update anybody on what you're doing inside the mentor program on YouTube?
Oh, that felt like that was like a Florida rainstorm right there. It was like high and heavy for a while. It's like wow. And it was like whoosh. We finally got rain. That's what it reminded me of. Uh Honestly, things are going. We've been doing this for so long. Tammy and I have put in so many years of effort into this. We have listened to every concern and every punctuation mark issue and everything. Been doing this 15 years now. Okay. Uh and honestly, it's really been great for she and I both to get to the point where the sisters are completely working for people, honestly. And we're not getting feedback of, this, that, and the other thing, while at the same time getting more students is going well. And so it's just she and I doing this, except for a little backup of subs or whatever. But it's just she and I doing this and managing this, and we've really managed it into a spot where we don't have to charge an arm and leg for our work, for you to be a student, but your interaction is very smooth, and so the courses work really well. And also the classroom works really well. When you need me in particular, uh, the classroom works really well too. So the main thing that I've been seeing into this new year and coming into the summer now is just how smooth everything has been going. To be honest with you, we've really put in a lot of work, even in this last year, with doing updates and looking at every tiny little piece of every course and every interaction, your shopping experience, how it works in the classroom, how it works improving the classroom, taking out all the junk, reorganizing it. We've really tried to make this experience as easy and like for you, you're learning new information, so we don't want your interaction to be in any way mentally challenging. We want that to be easy and it's fine. The information is enough. It's new, it's not challenging. Opening and trust isn't challenging, but it's different from what you've been told. So we don't want you to be challenged in any way being a student. We want you to be just like, okay, wow, is this going to work? Yeah, we want you to think like, have that thought if you want. Obviously, it works, but go ahead and have that thought if you need to. Oh, I didn't know if it was going to work. That's fine. We just want you to get all the right paperwork, and then you come out of the bank. It's like, whoa, it all worked. Yes. Okay. So that's the main news, Tim. It's just everything's going really smooth. Thanks for that question.
Good,
Uh,
good.
we
Miss
do.
Lee, go ahead.
No, go ahead. We'll do her. So I got another one. I
So
do have one thing.
she says, so if I start a ABC side hustle, I just have to have customers send the money to my first name, last name trust.
There
Bingo.
you go. There you go. That's it. Thank you.
Oh,
That's all.
even Frank agrees. Exactly.
Excellent. I oh
Go ahead.
no. Well, okay. I want to say this one thing. I don't know if we've been able to do this yet, but maybe people look into your courses. This is going to happen at some point. This is our plan. This is our plan. In the near future, maybe showing up in your courses. I hope we want to get people the Trump Millionaire course who are current students. Without the link, you're not going to be able to sell it or anything. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be able to sell it as a standalone course because we won't have the link with the discount and stuff in there for you. But we want you to have the information. And so if you want to, we want to wet your whistle and show you could be selling this course for $375. And so just do a testimonial and we'll give you the link and the one with the link. So we haven't been getting as many testimonials in the past couple weeks. And we have so many, but it's so cool to get all these coming in. So this is our idea to get some more. It is to give everyone the course, you know, but without the link. And then so see, you could sell this thing and let a lot of people know about this. Or just do it for any donation. It doesn't have to be 375. That's just the max. Whatever. Get the word out, Here's the link. Send them through. But as a student, we want to get it to people as students for your support. We want the information because people are asking, whoa, because that course kind of puts it all together. You
Yeah.
see, what to do and everything. And, these overview type of questions that people are having this evening and many other evenings, many other times. I want you to have that mindset. Trump has it. You see, like a business mindset, knowing the tools and how to use them. So if opportunity knocks, you're like, what? You have the cash, you're ready to go, whatever. You see what I'm saying? Or, I'm not giving you no money. This is where you give me money. Or this is where I give you no money. You are aware of how it's done as an overview and how the pieces of the puzzle fit together. And you form the whole puzzle. And you're like, nothing's unknown to you. So we're going to have that happen very soon. We just
Nice.
talked about that, doing that this week, and it's just Tammy doing stuff with me. So, and I don't do much with that. So, it's going to happen. Be looking for that. I'm kind of excited about that. That's Tammy's idea. Like, all right, yes, that's a good idea, and people will know more, which is my goal.
Yes, yes. 8028. Jack, are you pursuing your legal pursuit to get your bar license to become an attorney? Any update?
Now I decided my time is just more valuable doing this, and they just disbar me if they don't want me, so they have an easy out. And I've already been to court. I've already initiated like 35 court cases. I didn't have no license. I don't.
Right.
Whatever. Courts are fake. Laws are fake. I can't make them real by getting a bar license. So I'd rather help people on the money side, and I feel like spiritual technology is actually more advanced than any one of that. I want to keep advancing that, particularly in certain areas like a freehold stuff, and which is already very far along. So I feel like my time is better spent on that and the students here. So I don't want to give away my time doing that. So I did think long and hard about it, but I'm already doing more than any lawyer does. What else are they going to tell me? Nothing.
You
So
don't want to lower your status anyway,
I
joining the group.
or my standards.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a fact, and it is the status. It's like, well, I'm doing something lawyers can't do. Why do I want to, you know, devolve into what a vampire? It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
but you get the teeth. It's like you're not that cool, okay? I don't, yeah, because you remember with the teeth before you got to what drink blood. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, so no, but I really it's been a very interesting thing to go into those courtrooms and have God as my only, you know, uh, yeah, with him, you know, and for me to win all the time and them to be scared of me. And I'm not going to increase their fear, you know. I might increase the fear of the people stealing my work and copyright and stuff, but man, I've been doing this 15 years. I don't want to spend all my time on that stuff. I'd rather just spend my time helping people. I can't gun down every adversary. There's so many of them. Can't even believe how many people are just
Yeah.
stolen my work and stuff. But it would take me, I wouldn't be able to help people anymore. You see what I'm saying? I'd be doing that instead. And it's like, I feel like you guys want me to do that. I feel like you're like, someone I don't want to date who's pulling all this stuff. Like you really do want to date me. And I just no, you know what I'm saying? Like just stop it. Or if you're not gonna stop it, then okay, I'm not gonna go out with you. Okay. No. So I'm not gonna spend time on it, is what I decided after much debate. Thank you very much for that question. I appreciate that, Asan.
Now, A side is saying, John, you're a legend. I found you about a week ago through ChatGPT,
What?
and you're doing God's work, sir. I appreciate you, and I will become a student soon.
That is amazing to me, A-Side. I'll tell you why that's amazing, because within the last week, I typed in Chat GPT, can you tell me anything about John McCaig and Liberty Aid Academy? It's like, no. It just said no. No, we can't. It just said no, we don't have anything. If you get somebody famous or something, basically we can tell you something. That's basically what it said. It said nothing. It said no. I was like, what the you guys make up so much junk. You can't make up 2 words about something that's actually real? Can't even make up some nonsense? Nothing, So that is amazing. God must have stepped in as my only I don't even know. That's
Yeah.
crazy. I'm
Well,
happy
you
for you.
you must have planted the seed, and then
Even
ChatGPT went out and said, "I
I,
guess we got to look up this McKeag guy."
isn't that weird?
Dad says you said it was possible before, but I wanted to ask: can we upgrade to the master bundle if we'd only bought the individual trust initially?
Yeah, for sure, Chad. We want to help get everyone that's done our work all the information that, and whoever supported us and has a we want to upgrade. And Tim's already on it. He's like, I've heard this question before. You just email us and Tammy will help you out. I want to upgrade. This is what I got it. You basically you forward us your receipt. Okay, hey, this is what I got in the past, and you see I'm a student and I want to get it. And Tammy will work out something with you. We have a standard whatever, and I can't remember what it is. But no, we always want to upgrade people from the past and get them into the absolute most current information because we appreciate your support along the way. And we want to make sure you have absolutely everything. How are you going to take down the bankers if you don't got everything? Like, come on, let's do this. So no, happy to help out. Anyway, Uh, yeah, look forward to the upgrade, man.
Well, there you have it. We'll be back again next week. Final thoughts, Jack?
Really, just the basic stuff. Listen, if you're in the know and you're a student, You did it. Congratulations. I'm here to help you in the classroom. Let's just forever. Let's just like keep on grinding up soil and tilling the soil behind us. Yes, let's run this farm forever. To grow plants on their dime and everything. Fantastic. But if you don't have the trust, I can't help you. Okay. So please, like, just cross the line, become a student. I want to help you. All right, everyone. Thanks for the support. Tim Judge in the house. Need someone on real estate? He's your guy. Everyone's trying to sell real estate, apparently.
Yeah.
So if you're not ringing this phone, I don't get it. Yeah, ring Tim Judge. Come on.
Thank you. Thank you. We'll see you again next week. Have a great weekend, everybody.